Hello, guys. My name is Vanessa Herrera. This is going to be my podcast for Inquiry of Science and Math. So, in this podcast, we'll be exploring different topics about the world around us and even crimes. So, some very interesting things. Um, Whether you're enrolled like in college or just like curious of the podcast, this podcast is going to be like designed to help you like gain a little deeper understanding of like different topics. And I'm going to try my best to keep my podcast very engaging and like approachable. So before we dive into all the details of how my podcast will be, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. So, like as I said before, my name is Vanessa Herrera. My birthday is March 15th. I was born and raised in El Paso, and I am the baby of my family. I have one older sister. Her name is Pamela, and she's a travel nurse and lives in Dallas. My mom is an elementary school teacher. I am a transferred junior from New Mexico Highlands. I played basketball in college, so I transferred, and some of my credits didn't transfer, so I still don't know if I'm a junior or senior. Um, I I have really enjoyed science for my whole college education. That's all I've really focused on. I've taken all the anatomies, microbiology, chemistries, and I really have enjoyed it. I see myself for the rest of my life doing something that I love, and that's science. My major right now is actually biomedical science, and with that, I plan to go into pharmacy school and be a pharmacist at a hospital. That's like my dream career. Um, I would think it'd be a great job for me because I'm really good at chemistry and memorizing things. So I hope I can accomplish that. So with that in mind, I created this podcast. So my audience is going to be more for college students, but it could honestly be for anyone that's just interested. Um, I want my podcast to be very like easy to understand. Like I want anyone to be able to like watch it and be like, oh, like how interesting or like complex topics, different types of things. Like I want you to be able to see that. So yeah, and with those, like with that being said, I also want to use real world examples that like will help you like understand like different situations. Um, and like above all, I want people to gain this like understanding from like science concepts or different topics we're gonna talk about. Um, Also, in future episodes, I really do want to bring different types of people in my podcast. For example, some of my college best friends that don't live um, here, they go to different colleges. Um, Especially, I have two people that I really want to bring on my podcast, and one of them goes to college. They're both basketball players. One of them goes to college in Idaho, and the other one goes to Missouri. So I want you to be able to see different perspectives, like different backgrounds, different opinions on topics we learn. And so, yeah, that's how I want to do my podcast at least like every week or every episode. So, yeah, through that. I want to unpack different types of questions and just offer information to anyone that's interested or want to learn. Um, so yeah, um, that's about it. I I want my podcast to be enjoyable. I hope it reaches my audience, and I hope I'm able to accomplish all that and do well. But yeah, so thank you for listening. That was my first episode of the podcast, and I hope to see you guys in my future episodes. And I hope it's interesting and we get to learn a lot together. So, yeah, bye. Thank you.